8chan owner defends platform in testimony before Congress. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, bringing you the obvious. And today, on thehill.com. So we have an article here. This is by Emily Burnabam, and we're going to talk about 8chan. Now, for those of you that don't know, 8chan is an image board website. It is alternative to 4chan, not owned by the same people. And 8chan, like 4chan, has a lot of different boards. There's video games, there's a plushie board, there was anime board, all sorts of stuff, a political board as well. So what the media did was slander 8chan and force the site to go down. I believe their service provider booted them. And then, since then, the site has lost service. Now, I just want to make it clear, this entire narrative of 8chan being some fringe website is bull. It's not true. 8chan was a place of free speech, of different boards. Anyone can say anything. Just because certain people have went there, it doesn't mean anything whatsoever. You know, that logic never made any sense. People live in a country, and they also live in a society. And people do bad things in society, but we don't say, we need to shut down the country, ban the country. It doesn't make any sense. Now, before we get into the details of this story, monetization on my channel is disabled. If you want to chip in, you can do so on Patreon or Subscribestar. Sharing videos you enjoy or think are important also helps. So the owner of the anonymous messaging board, tied to a string of mass shooting events this year, testified on Capitol Hill on Thursday, offering an adamant defense on his website to House staffers behind closed doors. Jim Watkins, the owner of 8chan, participated in congressional disposition after the House Homeland Security Committee subpoenaed him last month. So the biggest issue with this is boomers. Boomers run the government. Boomers are the politicians, and boomers do not understand the internet. They don't understand 8chan. I don't even use 8chan, but I think it's so wrong that it was taken down and that he's being bothered like this. Anyone can post anything, anywhere. The deposition, which apparently lasted between 9:30 a.m. and 1 p.m., was attended by committee staffers Watkins and his lawyers. We would like to thank Mr. Watkins for his cooperation today. House Homeland Committee Chairman Benny Thompson, D. Miss, and Ranking Member Mike Rogers, R. Alabama, said in a statement later in the afternoon. He provided vast and helpful information to the committee about the structure, operation, and policies of 8chan and his other companies. We look forward to his continued cooperation with the committee, as indicated his desire to do so during today's disposition, the committee leaders added. I would say F you. I don't give a shit. You think I care? Absolutely not. You would not violate my constitutional rights, nor would I wouldn't cooperate in the sense that I'm not gonna go hand over fist for you. Like, I don't give a shit, boomer. Be a boomer, learn yourself. Don't violate the Constitution, how about that? Watkins was accompanied by his attorney, Benjamin Barr, who has counted controversial right-wing groups, Project Veritas, among his former clients. According to 8chan's official Twitter account, the night before the deposition, Watkins tweeted a link to his prepared testimony, in which he framed 8chan as the only platform featuring a full commitment to free speech. He continually claimed his website adheres to the First Amendment, though internet platforms are not bound by the Constitution. Everything is bound by the damn Constitution, I swear to God. Are you serious? Are they literally saying here, internet platforms aren't bound by the Constitution? Last time I checked, we live in America. Last time I checked, we have a First Amendment. Last time I checked, a platform should be bound to free speech. The courts have proven it. There's already precedent, okay? If Trump cannot ban people on Twitter because he created a public platform on a platform, then it doesn't matter if it's the internet. My company has no intention of deleting constitutionally protected hate speech. Good on you, Watkins. Watkins wrote, I feel the remedy for this type of speech is counter-speech, and I am certain that this is the view of the American justice system. Yeah, we have free speech. That's how it works. And that's the worst thing about these boomers and the left. We don't like hate speech. We call everything hate speech. Your hate speech. Even if it's not, it's hard enough to make it on a platform these days when everyone's trying to shut you down because you said something that hurt someone's feelings and they cry themselves to sleep. Ridiculous. 8chan, which has been tied to 3 mass shootings by alleged white supremes. It's the same crap we've always heard. The website is widely known as a breeding ground for online radicalization. Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm tired of their lies. I'm tired of their slandering. I'm really sick of this shit. You can't make these claims. This isn't journalism. This is activism. This author is clearly a part of the far left. Part of the left. It's all far now. The website branded itself as the darkest reaches of the online world. Darkest reaches, my friends. And touted their logo embrace infamy, even after several 8chan users committed violence in the real world. Are you stupid? There's a lot of people commit violence in the real world. You know what we call them? Criminals. What we don't do is blame the school systems or... which we should. I swear to God, a guy who played a video game one time did something bad. We have to ban video games now. There was once a famous dictator from World War II who drank water. Water must cause violence. It's true. According to Watkins' testimony, 8chan has complied with 56 law enforcement requests in 2019. Goddamn boomers. So they basically complained that shooters had posted stuff to the website, their ideas, their plans, whatsoever, blah, blah, blah. So Watkins said 8chan is offline voluntarily, which I do not agree with. The site may come back online, but only when 8chan is able to develop additional tools to counter illegal content under United States law, he wrote. We do what we have to do to abide by the law. At the very least, hate speech is not illegal, contrary to many people's opinion. The Anti-Defamation League, which is a load of shit, which tracks online extremism, applauded the committee for holding a disposition. This disposition is an opportunity to hold to account Jim Watkins, who's shown little interest in stopping white supremacists from using 8chan as a location for 24/7 hate rallies, the ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt said in a statement. I wonder where Mr. Greenblatt comes from. I wonder what his heritage is. I don't know, but it's interesting that anyone would say something so moronic. I guess he hails from Stupid Town. Bullshit. How do you stop anybody from something? How do you identify them? That's the question. And how do you know that they're actually what you accuse them of being? See, that's the thing here. They lie. The left lies. They call a conservative a radical for believing that borders shouldn't be open. Oh! How could you say something so frightening, yet so brave? It really makes you wonder. We appreciate that Congress is working to address the seriousness of hate, harassment, and extremism online. You know what, ADL? Shove it up your ass. And prioritizing finding meaningful ways to address them, he said. Oh, you want to shut down free speech? Is that what you want? Huh? You bastard. We hope this disposition will help illuminate further what government can do to counter online extremism. That's not their job. It's not their job. On platforms like 8chan, which risks inciting violence in our communities. You know what makes people violent? You know, here's the thing. Okay, maybe there's a reason people are going crazy. Maybe, just maybe, that hearing open borders, be replaced, you'll become a minority, this will be great. Let's inject people with hormones at extremely young ages. Maybe, just maybe, people are being driven crazy by society. Maybe you are the ones making people go crazy. Maybe. Staffers with the House Homeland Security Committee have been working over the August recess on legislation to confront the growing issue of domestic terrorism. Good! I hope it's about Antifa and not people having free speech online. The bill could create a bipartisan commission of experts tasked with drawing up recommendations to deal with the intersection of homeland security and social media. A committee spokesperson told The Hill. Dumbasses. They want to censor us, people. They want to censor the common man. Here in the comment section, let's see. Turbotastic says, great job using a photo of a Democratic congressman as the header of an article about the owner of 4chan, Hill. Idiots in the comments are already confusing the two. Trump Thin Skin says, that's why it's perfect. Triggers the racist dotards who won't use 8chan because it's run by a black man. Oh, you're so funny. Where did you come up with dotard? Was that original? Oh, so funny. Wow, it's comedy genius. Oh, you're so funny. Steve DeBerg says, There was a fascinating special on HBO/Vice News last night about the founder and previous owner of 8chan. Really eye-opening. The users of the sites are desperate people, pushing one another deeper and deeper into collective insanity. You know what gets me? These people really don't understand that they're the ones the insanity comes from. They're the ones driving the world insane. Their twisted ideology, their backwards ideals, their destruction of our nation and erosion of our rights. They're hell-bent on destroying this country. They don't understand. They are the problem. Nick Supreme says, 8chan and 4chan are cancerous sites that breed actual white supreme, massive misogyny. Bullying, doxing, similar. They should be shut down, or at the very least, moved to the dark web. You're cancerous. The Hill is cancerous. Twitter is cancerous. Let's shut down everything so that nothing bad ever happens again. High Plains says, are you seriously suggesting that only the left has free speech rights? Really? And that's what I'm saying. Kaiser replies, yeah, banning all websites with edgy content that offends some people. That's totally not going to set off a precedent that'll bite you in the ass in the future. These people are idiots. Do not suppress speech. Voodoo says, wouldn't that be fascism? Wow, someone with a brain. That's so rare. No, that would be fighting fascism. The extreme right of the Republican cult. You mother stupid ass. Your mama didn't hit you in the head enough. These people are idiots. It's clear they don't actually know what they're talking about. So let us let us leave off with this comment. Unworthy says. So Unworthy here quotes them. You can see the quote here. And he brings up a very obvious point. Did they use Gmail accounts? Then Google is tied to them as well. Did any of them use a cell phone? Then AT&T or Verizon is tied to them as well. When are we going to get the phone companies listening to our conversations turn off the phone for people who say things that are bad? When will we shut Google down for allowing email to be used for bad people to communicate? So this is a really good point, and it really shows how stupid the left is. Don Cheeto, Coraline replies, without false equivalencies and whataboutisms, conservatives would have no arguments. It's not a false equivalence. It's literally the exact equivalent. You're an idiot. You people are moronic. I truly believe that if you're an anti-Trumper, orange man, bad NPC, you belong to those of the population that are below the average IQ. Such stupidity needs an explanation. But you know what, my friends? That's pretty much the story. That's how it is. The owner of 8chan is defending 8chan, and the left is insane. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about 8chan? What do you think about the boomers? And what do you think about the left? Be sure to let me know. Just a reminder, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. Doing so will give you access to Fight Club, a private Discord server. Be sure to check out my affiliate link, as well as follow me on social media. Join me on BitChute. Be sure to do it. Lastly, sharing videos you enjoy or think are informative is very helpful. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.